What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Charge It Up. For today's video, we're going to be doing autopilot on the highway on Highway 400 to 401 all the way home. Let's go. As I make this lane change over here, or tell the car to make the lane change, we're going to continue on Highway 400. Ooh, someone else got pulled over right there. Cops are everywhere today, at least from all I've seen. On Highway 400 here in Ontario, we make the lane change here, or ask for the lane change. I will slow it back down to 120 now that we are in this lane. And then I will actually navigate on autopilot for the rest of the way. It is a beautiful day today. It is 17 degrees Celsius out. So keep an eye out for motorcycles because they are going to be around, which is awesome to see. That was pretty good. There was no reaction from autopilot, which is good. Just keep it steady when that guy came all the way across. So there's no actual reaction from autopilot. It just kept on going at the steady speed. So that was nice. So autopilot noticing that this lane is going much slower than the other lane. We were doing 102 and asked me to make the lane change, so we did. And now it will speed up to the 120 maximum that has been allowed for autopilot. Autopilot knows that we got to make the left turn here, or the stay in this lane to make the off ramp for the 401. So it does. It's slowing down because there are cars in the front. So that's interesting. This time there was a suggestion on the side that showed 60. However, it did not drop down the maximum on the screen or on the system. So that's good. That's good that I actually didn't take that into account, because doing 60 in this would be super slow. So now the car has actually changed the speed limit to 100 max because we did change highways. So it does do that. So we'll let autopilot just do its thing here. I have gone it back up to, let's say, 120. And there's a slowdown here for no reason whatsoever. And the car wants me to make the lane change now, but now that there is traffic, I'll do this after this car beside me goes. I'll start signaling now. And the system will make the lane change once it is safe to do so. Nicely done. And hopefully we can get away from these guys that are doing 80 on the highway. Upcoming lane change. I'm actually gonna, there it is. Now it's asking me to make the lane change, which I will approve. Again, we're down to, for some reason, doing 90 on the highway. It's asking me to make the lane change one more time, and I will. And then it will speed up. There we go, nicely done. Autopilot seems to be happy in this lane. I kind of just wanted to make the lane change here, so I'm gonna get it to do the lane change. We got a Model 3 and a Model Y over here in this lane as well. Make a lane change here. So it gets really congested right here because of Kennedy. So autopilot wants me to go back into that lane, and I will, because it wants to stay on the collectors instead of going into the express. does get a little bit congested here as well because of people coming on from Kennedy. Nicely done by Autopilot. Even though there was cars going back and forth for the lanes, it stayed on this lane and kept on going. We are now 3 kilometers away from our off-ramp, which is Nielsen Road. So Autopilot has done a very good job of bringing me home technically from Maple here in Ontario. That has done very well with limited interference. I interfered a couple times just to make lane changes that I was not suggesting that I wanted to make. Other than that, everything was nice and smooth. Love the system. Takes out a lot from stress of driving. It says upcoming lane change, but I will just make the lane change now so we don't have to do it afterwards. There's the signal, and now it's saying that's going to stop for red light, and that it's going to give me control. I'm curious. I'm actually going to continue recording here for a second. It does come off navigate off Autopilot, but I'm curious to see if it'll make this lane change or it'll make that left-hand turn here. I guess we'll see how it goes right here. I'm curious to see what there is a bit of construction on this bridge also.
Now turn left onto Nielsen.
Let's see what it does here. Nicely done. I'll take over there. Looked like it was struggling to pick up the orange lines for Autopilot, but for the most part, I think 70% of it did the turn on its own until it asked me to take over. So it's not supposed to be able to, but it did. So that's actually kind of cool. So that's awesome. That's it for today's video, guys. Thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, hit that like button, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell for more future videos on the Model X and hopefully very soon the R6. Until the next one, guys.